Monica is comparing f of x, the parent function, with absolute value x, and the g of x, the absolute value of 2x minus 4. She said the graph of g is a horizontal translation of the graph of f of 4 units to the right, and the horizontal compression of f by the factor of 2. What is Monica's error? In fact, here, if we are looking, the example what was here was just with a word problem without a graph, but I plugged in those graphs into the Desmos, and I want to see visually how this graph is going to be. So I want to give just answers about the mistakes or errors. For example, if we have a function g of x, as is in this case, and we have here is 2x minus 4. Because if we are trying to see in this way how it is, probably Monica made a mistake because she saw the 2 is inside, but she is completely right. This function of f is going to be compressed horizontally, and you see this is a function f is more wider, but if you look horizontally here in this way, for example, if we are compressing, it is a compression in both sides horizontally. And what happens here, but here we have a horizontal translation is just 2 units, because she looked at this and she saw minus 4, and probably she thought is a 4 units is going to translate horizontally to the right. But the problem was here, because of this function we can factorize. If we factorize this function here, we can write in this form. 2 is in the front, and what remains inside is the x minus 2. And probably when if Monica would have this chance to factorize, probably she would get the right answer. But in this case here, the 2 is a vertical stretch. By factor 2. And is a horizontal translation to the right by 2 units. By 2 units. As we see, is 2 units and is a vertical stretch, because if you see here, this points whenever it was x is 1, y is 1, for example, here. But here is for example, let's say x is 1 unit, but the y is 2 units. It goes stretches vertically, vertical stretch. And if you see here this, for this point, for example, how much is the graph of the function is going to stretch vertically, or it has a horizontal compression. Whenever is the vertical stretch and the horizontal compression are similar in the graph of the function, they happen at the same time. At the same time happening, it has a horizontal compression, and it has a vertical stretch, if we wanted to interpret in this way. So Monica is right when she said it's a compression by factor 2. So this is completely right, what was here in this instance. But the only mistake was the horizontal translation. It was not for 4 units as she said here, as she interpreted the graph of the function, but is just 2 units. If you look here in the graph of the function, the vertex it's translated, or it shifts for 2 units to the right.